It's Ron Sullivan, they now deposed captain, twice a Grand Prix winner. Gate 3, Jeremy Doncaster, tonight's Ipswich captain. And on the outside, that's Shane Parker, the new captain of Peterborough. That's the line, red helmet colour from Gate 2. As he looks at the tapes here, the referee tonight is Jim Lawrence. Ron Sullivan gets a flyer there, pursued in green by Yarra Campbell. Round to the outside in blue, that's Shane Parker. Right at the rear in yellow is Jeremy Doncaster, trading for Ipswich. But Ron Sullivan, his usual form here, flies for the tapes, extends his lead with every turn of the wheel. In second place, Yarra Campbell, but for Ryan Sullivan, this looks easy. Yeah, Ryan Sullivan riding very, very tight round the inside, Tony, and that's where all the grip is. We could see a very fast time here, and this could be a new track record. Well, Ryan Sullivan himself is the track record holder at 59.6, but he's going faster and faster. If he goes like this on Saturday in Stockholm, he'll be a 3-time Grand Prix champion. He'll be challenging Tony Ricardson all the way. Just over a lap to go. Ryan Sullivan in the red helmet colours for Peterborough. Second place in green, Yarra Campbell for Ipswich. Third in blue is Shane Parker, the Ipswich captain, the Peterborough captain. Right at the rear in yellow is Jeremy Doncaster. But no doubt about it, checkered flag. Ron Sullivan takes it with some comfort. And Ron Sullivan wins that ahead of Yarra Campbell in green. In third place in blue there is Ron Sullivan's teammate Shane Parker. It means it's a 4-2 margin in favour. That time of 60.
First of all, tell us how the conditions are there. We've been discussing them, now you've ridden them.
It's quite wet out there, and I guess we've got to expect that, the amount of water we've had on it, but to be honest, it held up better than what I expected to. I think as the meeting goes on, the track's going to get better and better.
Yeah, your time actually, Peter Collins was actually talking about the fact that you might be looking at a track record, but probably a little bit too greasy for that possibly. Yeah, no, the first lap it was good. They've stuck a lot of dry shale on top and it's sitting there nicely. I've got a lot of grip off the first 2 laps. Then everyone's sort of raced on it. It's sort of gone down to the base now. It's a little bit icy, but it's holding up okay. And, you know, for the amount of water it's had on, I think they're doing a good job.
Right, I get the feeling that you guys are up for it tonight because obviously you're in that knockout finally. Things are going forward for you.
Yeah, I hope so. That was a tough match, tough 2 rounds at home and away at Coventry, and last heat decider, we've managed to scrape through, and you know, now we're looking at the final.
Nice one.
Thank you.
We'll let you get back.
Alan, the 20-year-old we saw with Peterborough, contretemps with Kelvin a little while back. Danny Bird, the Isle of Wight rider, guesting for Ipswich, goes Gate 2 in green. Magnus Zetterstrom, Zorro they call him, in blue, Gate 3. And on the outside, Chris Slabon, the Canadian Pole, son of Robert Slabon, who used to ride for Eastbourne back in... On Ollie Allen we had racing at Ipswich. It looked to me as if surely the referee will pull that back. Yes, he has. The referee stopped that. An unsatisfactory start. Our referee tonight is Jim Lawrence. His job as an accident investigator, but I'm sure he'll put all 4 in that one. And it was Ollie Allen on the inside. He'll avoid crashing the tapes this time. In green in Gate 2, Danny Bird for Ipswich. The guest from the Arlent again. But let's see what happens. Our starting marshal moves away. The tapes are held, but away they go. And Oliver Allen's got it on the inside. Oliver Allen in red, pursued by his teammate in blue, Magnus Zetterstrom. Peterborough 1 and 2. Back in third place in green. That's Danny Bird. Danny Bird now moves smoothly into second place with a good manoeuvre. Going wide is Oliver Allen. And Danny Bird is making ground here. And Danny Bird in the green helmet colours have gone from third to first. Danny Bird, ex-motocross rider there, just stuck round the inside. Oliver Allen made a big mistake by running too wide, too much grip, but also now into the picture, Chris Slavin's come inside. Well, we heard of what Mike Smiley had to say about his reserves, and they're producing the goods here because we got a retirement for Magnus Zetterstrom. Really disappointing for Peterborough. But look at the battle here, and Chris Slavon almost locks up. Trouble at the back for Oliver Allen. They're battling with a lap to go, these two. Out front, though, going well, is Danny Bird, the man from the Isle of Wight, across on the ferry after last night's meeting, and up here to race today. What a ride, but the battle in second place is absolutely brilliant, as you see there. And Chris Slavin holds the edge, and Chris Slavin has got second place, and that's a 5-1 for the visitors. A little bit of a shock there, but certainly Danny Bird in the green helmet colours, a truly brilliant ride there. And in yellow in second place, Chris Slavon coming through. Disappointment for Peterborough. The finisher, Ollie Allen in red, but that's a 5-1 margin. Now this is where we're going to see the mistake there from Oliver Allen. He comes into the bottom bend there. Just at that point, he straightens up too much. He misses the corner, goes too wide into that heavy stuff, leaves a great big gap up the inside. And there in the green, Danny Bird, great bit of opportunism there to get that lead on that turn. But this is the start. Big bang there. Oliver Allen pushes them out a little bit wide, but
Zetterstrom in the blues with them at the moment, but on the wide line, and really all the way it looked as though Oliver Allen had got this sewn up. But great riding here from two Ipswich riders to manage to get that first and second place away from Oliver Allen.
Well, a tremendous ride there and a great result for Ipswich, but that fast winner, Danny Bird, is with Jana Morrigby.
Yeah, it certainly was a tremendous ride there, Danny. You looked very confident out there. How did it feel?
It was a little bit tricky, actually, because we had a lot of rain. The track's a bit patchy, so I felt a bit of a problem with the bike. It was slowing down towards the end, and it seemed to have seized going over the line.
So are you going to do any changes to it, change the setups or anything, get your mechanics to have a quick look, see if there's any problems?
I don't think I'll be able to ride that one again. I'll jump on the spare bike.
OK. Now, obviously, you ride for the Isle of Wight. That's quite a big track. Does that help at all in riding here at Peterborough?
I think it does. I prefer the bigger tracks, but I'm trying to like them all, so you don't have a favourite place to go.
OK, well, we know you're in the next heat, so I'm going to let you get back. And it's
Side for Ipswich. For Peterborough, it's Sam Tasar, the 95 Czech Republic champion. Danny Bird goes from gate 3 in yellow, and on the outside, that's Hans Clausen, who's a former Nordic under-21. The Thompson's got them in line. Jim Lawrence has his finger on the button, up by the tapes, and away on the inside goes Craig Boyce. But cutting him up there, Sam Tasar comes across. Round the outside in red goes Hans Clausen with real speed from that grip on the outside. Back at the rear in green now is Craig Boyce, has gone from first to last. Danny Bird's come through into third place, but the two home riders, Peterborough, getting their own back for that 5-1 in the last race.
Yeah, Hans Clausen in the red having a great ride, Danish champion in 2001. He's out there with Sam Tasar. Sam Tasar's gone a little bit wide there, but we can see that heavy dirt that's out wide, and it's really making that bike go quick.
Well, disappointment for Craig Boyce at the rear, from whom we'd expected more than this, but down that back straight in the blue helmet colours, Sam Tasar and his teammate Hans Clausen, champions of their respective countries in the past. Sam Tasar a little bit further back than Hans Clausen. In third place there in yellow, that's Danny Bird. Bird picking up the points here, and this track now struggling a little bit on a second machine, but this is going to be a 5-1 in favour of Peterborough. The fans delighted. It's won by Sam Tasar in blue. Second place in red, that's Hans Clausen. The man in third place is Danny Bird in yellow and black. And that's a real disappointment indeed for Craig Boyce at the back, who's hit splendid form. And Craig yellow. Gate 2 for Peterborough, Magnus Zetterstrom, who retired in his first race. Joe Screen, the Eastbourne rider, now back at his best after a tremendous injury. He goes from gate 3, guesting for Ipswich in place of Scott Nichols. And on the outside, Peter Protasevich, who takes the place of Leo Pounding. They look down at the magnets and up by the tapes of the rail. The inside goes Chris Slavon in the yellow helmet colours. A good start by the reserve for Ipswich. Round the outside in red goes Peter Protasevich, as we predicted. Slavon shuts the gate on him. Protasevich has to slow up, and that allows coming through in green Joe Screen, and down goes Protasevich. He won't like that, but he's going to have to push off, and the referee will do nothing about that. And certainly that is going to harm the Peterborough situation here.
Yes, that was, he was looking very strong, Protasevich there, but he got very close to Joe Screen, but out in front there, Chris Slavon having an absolutely fantastic ride there for Ipswich, leading the way. Like I said, we saw him last year riding so good in that under-21 World Final, which he almost won, Tony, apart from a puncture.
Well, it was, of course, on this track that Chris Slavon raced in that under-21 final, and Chris Slavon goes into the final heat in flying style here. He's picking up dirt on the outside, down the back straight. He's got time to look back. He sees in blue Magnus Zetterstrom, but it's going to be a heat advantage here to the visitors from Ipswich, and that's going to tie up at this stage with 4 heats gone. But a great ride by the rider in yellow there, Chris Slavon, and second place Magnus Zetterstrom, his first points of the night. And third, well, Joe Screen has got the points
to be here. Slavon's leading, but into the bottom bend. Screen comes hard inside here, just catches the side there of Protasevich. Down he goes in the dirt, but the dirt's that heavy, it holds him up, and he's able to walk away.
Well,
today, having no trouble today. We'll see what's going to go on next.
Two super rides. You won the last race very impressively, no problem at all. In your first ride, you had a really tough fight with Oliver Allen. Tell us about that.
Everybody is riding good tonight and having a little bit of trouble. Got a little bit dirty tonight. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm feeling pretty good today. And
I saw you warming your bikes up before the meeting. Have you made some changes with your engines?
No, small changes. So should be good over here tonight.
Well, it's certainly working very well so far.
Yeah, they're working good so far. We'll see what's going on next.
Well, you haven't put a foot wrong yet, so I hope you can go for that, Max, and we'll let you go back to the pits. And
A second place behind his teammate, first time out. Gate 2 is Jeremy Doncaster, the Knights Ipswich captain, the veteran, second oldest rider in the British Elite League. Sam Taysar goes from Gate 3, and Sam Taysar certainly winning in flying style his first on the outside. Remember, red and the blue, that's Peterborough. Yellow and green, that's the visitors from Ipswich, but it's Peterborough to the fore straight away in this one with Hans Clausen in red, trying to pick up grip on the outside in blue, and doing so is Sam Taysar, who goes by 2 men to make it Peterborough 1 and 2. Taysar is flying. The Ipswich pair at the back are struggling at the moment, and out front really flying is Hans Clausen. Ipswich are struggling. Peterborough 1 and 2.
Yeah, surprise here at Hampel's at the back, because normally this kind of track should suit him, but out in front there, Clausen and Taysar, home track knowledge, they know this track so well, and you know, they're riding a real fast line round that middle of the circuit, still good grip about everywhere, and going real great guns, Tony.
A lap and a half to go with Hans Clausen looking well nigh immaculate. Going a shade wide is Sam Taysar, but he knows what he's doing on this track, because the Czech Republic rider has ridden here so much that he knows every inch of the circuit. Down the back straight they go. Hans Clausen, the Dane, in front. Sam Taysar, the Czech, in second place. The checkered flag is beckoning for a 5-1 to Ipswich, their second maximum heat victory of the night, and that's what they wanted to see. Third place, the consolation only for the veteran Jeremy Doncaster. Yannick Hampel at the back, certainly pretty difficult.
Great team riding as well.
Oh yeah, Sam and me doing really well today, so very pleased with that.
And the track looks like it's dried out a bit. It looks like it's getting a bit more loose dirt out there.
Yeah, they had done a terrific job today. It was really mucky when we came here today, and we didn't think we were going to race, but they have really done a good job today.
So it sounds like you think a lot of the track conditions is down to the staff and how they prepared it, and not just the fact that the sun's come out now.
Both things, yeah. It's we couldn't ask for better weather tonight, so really pleased with that.
And another 5-1 to Peterborough.
Yep. So that's in the pocket too.
Okay, well, let's get back.
Inside the guest. Shane Parker needing 2 points for 3,500 in the British League, goes from K2. Danny Bird, already impressive, 2 rides for him, and piling up the points again, 4 so far. Sullivan on the outside, top men both, away they go. Screen gets a flyer here. Sullivan will have work to go. Screen is hugging the curb, but Sullivan gets the grip, and Sullivan goes right to Screen as if he's standing still and runs. Sullivan in the red is well in front now. Screen in second place in green. Third in blue there is Shane Parker. Right at the rear in yellow is Danny Bird, but Ron Sullivan is so fast on this circuit.
Yeah, certainly an example there of Joe Screen riding the inside line, the shortest way around. Ryan Sullivan riding out wide, the fastest way around the circuit. You go further and you also go a lot faster, and you got to be brave to go out there, and Ryan Sullivan is just that.
Ron Sullivan on the Peterborough circuit makes you think what an advantage the Australians will have in that World Cup. Of course, they won it last year, and, well, are they going to win it again? Ron Sullivan, Jason Crump, Lee Adams, what riders they are. Sullivan, the second highest scorer currently in the British League. Away he is down that back straight with just half a lap to go, stretching his lead against Joe Screen, but Ron Sullivan in red takes the checkered flag for the second time tonight. Joe Screen gets a second place ahead of the rider in blue there, Shane Parker, in third place, who now needs 1 more point for his 3,500 in British Speedway. But 4 points to 2, again is the heat advantage, again in favour of the home club Peterborough, and they now have...
Shortest way, look at the speed here from Ryan Sullivan, just comes out of the blue, straight from nowhere, all that...
Peter Protasiewicz. Gate 2, Craig Boyce goes for Ipswich. For Peterborough, Gate 3 is Oliver Allenley, young man from Norwich who races for Swindon. And Chris Slabon's having a busy night. He's out now for his third, 1976, of course, alongside me. Away they go on the inside. A great start by Protasiewicz this time, but going wide and learning Craig Boyce to try and pick up speed. Trying to steal a march through the inside is Slabon. But Slabon now relegated to third place, because in green there, Craig Boyce is now putting the chase on the man out front, and the man out front is Peter Protasiewicz, who doesn't reckon to get it wrong this time, and this will be a split of the points for the first time tonight if it stays like this.
Yeah, Protasiewicz out in front, having a great ride there. He's clear of the pack now. In his first race, he got caught up in traffic. This time, he's out in front, looking back. He knows he's winning. Now he's just pulling away. He is such a fast, experienced rider. He can't lose a race from this far in front.
A brilliant picture there of Peter Protasevich bumping and in control of the machine as he comes round the bend. Look at Peter Protasevich. He means business in this one. I wonder if he will at the weekend in the Grand Prix. Protasevich in front in the red helmet colours. In second place in green for Ipswich is Craig Boyce. His teammate Chris Slabon's back in third. It'll be 3-all in this one because Ollie Allen is right at the back and struggling, but a tremendous ride there, and it's won by Peter Protasevich in red. The man in green there in second place is Craig Boyce, his first points of the night. In yellow in third place is Chris Slabon for the first time tonight. The points are shared for a heat at 3 apiece. It's now 24-18 in favour of the home team. Peter.
Change as the night went on.
Yeah, track is very wet after rain today. It's two different lines. Inside is slick, outside is one grip, one slick.
Yeah.
It's not easy to ride.
Are you changing your bike or just going with the conditions?
No, only a little different rides.
Yeah, you were very honest actually. We were talking off air, then you said that it was your mistake in the first heat when you came off.
This is my fault.
You had no real problem. It wasn't that Joe Screen pushed you. Just
No. This is only my fault. In the corner is grip, and half of the corner is very slick, it's wet, and I sit in the track.
Listen, obviously you're very excited as you build up now to the Grand Prix. You've got a chance to ride in there. How much are you looking forward to that?
The Grand Prix is very hard meeting. I started this year on the one Grand Prix in Poland, my home track. It's not bad. I try next time to Stockholm.
You were saying that you've only actually heard about it today, and that really you've sent your mechanics on holiday, and that it's going to be a bit of a panic for you to get ready.
Yeah, exactly. It's very hard for me because I know about this Grand Prix yesterday, 2 o'clock. Yesterday I started in Sweden. My one mechanic is holiday because in Poland is break. My second mechanic won't go to holiday, went back from Sweden. Two engines in the service. All is not ready. No ticket the ferry, no flight ticket. Oh,
no. But you know you're going to have a great Grand Prix.
Yeah.
You know that.
I go for it. Listen, Will.
Inside, Chris Slabon goes in yellow. He's having a busy night. This is fourth ride in 8 heats for the talented Canadian Pole, who's a reserve tonight for Ipswich. Gate number 3 for Peterborough, Shane Parker needs 1 point from this race to complete 3,500 points in British Elite. Peter Thompson, our starting marshal, moves away. Up by the tapes, away they go. Coming out wide is Magnus Zetterstrom, but in pursuit in green goes Joe Screen. Screen now knows where he's going, and Screen, the tactical substitute, is pulling the wool over Peterborough's eyes in this one, riding that zebra-like machine. Going wide behind him is the pair of Shane Parker and Magnus Zetterstrom. Slabon struggling at the back, but Screen flying out front.
Yeah, Screen's made some alterations to those bikes, there's no doubt about that. That bike's now, it's really working well. He's looking so much faster than he was in his previous 2 races. He didn't look particularly quick before, but now look at the lead he's got. But Zetterstrom there in the blue seems to be having trouble, but Screen is leading this one by a mile.
Yeah, Zetterstrom pulling up, but that'll harm the chances of Peterborough now because the gap will be closed, and putting some pressure now on Shane Parker with just over a lap to go is the man in yellow, Chris Slabon. Shane Parker's in second place. Joe Screen out front by a street with just half a lap to go. Joe Screen is going to win this one for his first heat victory of the night in the green helmet colours. What a ride by Joe Screen, who's got it just right. Shane Parker gets his 3,500 points in Elite League Speedway in second place, and third there in yellow is Chris Slabon, continuing to pick up points. That is 4th ride of the night, but that's a 4-2 in favour of the visitors from Ipswich. The gap is closed now, and it's 20.
As the racing goes on, has it done that?
Yeah, I think it's improved a lot on what it has been. It's you're getting a little bit of grip off the inside, but it's getting pretty slick now. There's a bit of dirt out wide, so you know you got the options of the 2 lines to ride now, and there should be some good racing to come, I think.
Are you happy with your second place?
No. Oh yeah, I did make a real good gate, and Magnus had bike problems then. I got caught behind him. I think I was lucky to hold on to the second because I could hear Chris Slabon behind me, and you know, I was just lucky that I held him off, I think.
I was going to say, how aware are you of all the other riders around you at this time?
It's pretty hard. Sometimes you can't tell whether they're on the inside or outside of you, but you can definitely hear them there. So sometimes when the sun's like this, you can see a shadow on the track, but more than often you can just hear them. You've got to guess where they are.
Any ideas as to what problem Zorro had with his bikes there?
No, I don't know, but I wish he hadn't got me way. I might have had a chance to catch the screeny then, but I don't know. I'll go and see what's wrong with him, see if he needs a hand, and we'll sort it out.
OK, very well done, thank you.
Gate 2, Joe Screen, 2 on a trot, and those machine adjustments Peter was talking about, mighty important for his success last time out to close the gap. Gate 3, Hans Clausen, the Danish champion, and certainly on the outside, well, another busy reserve. Peter Thompson, the starting marshal, looks along the line. Up above him, referee Jim Lawrence with his hand on the button. Up by the tapes and away they go. And on the inside, a real battle here as Sam Taysar takes Joe Screen wide. Almost into the fence goes the man in yellow, Danny Bird. Joe Screen will have to work. In blue, Sam Taysar out front. Back in third place at the moment is Hans Clausen. But Screen has the ability to take on Taysar. But Taysar is fearless and wide in that grip and picking up speed. We're going to have a race here.
Yeah, Joe Screen really was pulling some ground back, but you see when he ran into that dirt there, almost lost second place because that dirt really stopped him dead there on the outside that came up from Sam Taysar's back wheel, and that's put a gap now between Taysar and Screen.
Well, with a lap and a half to go, Joe Screen's going to have to go some to catch Sam Taysar, the leader there in the blue helmet colours. Screen is back in second place, but Sam Taysar certainly with now a lap to go with that yellow flag with a black cross. And the heat advantage here will go the way of the home team Peterborough, and that'll give another opportunity for a tactical substitution so the visitors from Ipswich want it. But at the moment, this is going to be a heat advantage for the home side Peterborough because it's won by the rider in blue there. A great effort there from Sam Taysar, the man for the Czech Republic. In green in second place was Joe Screen, and third in red was Hans Clausen. A split of the points, but 4-2 to Peterborough. The home team does Jarek Hampel from Lotz in Poland, and certainly he's up there. There's the full lineup. It's Shane Parker on the inside for Peterborough. He's now their captain. Gate 2 for Ipswich. Jarek Hampel is the tactical substitute. This though, heat number 10, away they go. This time, oh, certainly lifting there and in trouble, Jarek Hampel, but he's got it back down again, but the two Peterborough riders are certainly in front. And look at Sullivan once again, round the outside. He didn't get the best of starts, but he certainly picked up speed round the pitch bend. And Sullivan in red now has his teammate Shane Parker in blue. Back in third place in yellow, Jarek Hampel. Tail off at the back. A disappointed Craig Boyce, but Ryan Sullivan wants to get a flyer.
Yeah, they say success breeds success, and Ryan Sullivan's got that. You can tell just in his body language on that bike. You know, he's just so confident around this track, as he seems to be around all the others as well, to be honest. But out there in front, he just seems to do everything right, and this is him really enjoying his speedway.
Second only to Lee Adams in terms of points scored this year in the Elite League. I wonder if Ron Sullivan will be the top scorer come the end of the season, because the form he's in at the moment. Ron Sullivan stretching it down that back straight. This is going to be a 5-1 and surely a decisive heat and opening up a gap as we come to the stadium interval here. And the man in red here, Ron Sullivan, takes the checkered flag for the third time tonight, ahead of his teammate and partner Shane Parker. Back in third place in yellow is Jarek Hampel. That's certainly a disappointing one for Ipswich, and a 5-1 for the third time tonight.
Finish it off as a team, do you think, perhaps?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're probably favourites going into it. Extremely strong side, and you know, there's no reason why not. It's going to be very tough, you know, with the other teams that are out there, but you know, we're strong and we're up for it.
I bet you're happy that they're riding here in the final, aren't you?
Oh, for
You've
sure,
got to get there first.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. There's a long way to go. You know, we've got a really tough semi-final, and if we can get through that, I think that's half the battle.
What do you think about 5 riders on the track here at Peterborough? Because obviously that is a new format that they've introduced to the World Cup. We did see some drama last year in Poland. Do you think it's going to be okay here?
Yeah, it always takes a few races to let the boys settle out. It is totally different to ride with one extra rider. You know, suddenly you haven't got 3 other riders, you've got 4 other riders, and it's an extra back wheel that you're chasing or an extra spray of dirt. You can't cut back, you've got to look out for them. So it does make racing a lot different. And, you know, for the Aussies, I guess that's a bit of an advantage because we race in Australia against sort of 5 and 6 riders, and that's quite normally. Yeah. So I guess that works for us.
But when you come down to most of these tracks in Europe, particularly, have been designed for 4 riders. You stick that extra rider in there, you know, there's a lot less room, isn't there?
Yeah, it's going to make some exciting racing, that's for sure.
We can't wait, can we, Josh?
Talking of exciting racing, let's go back to your last exciting race, which was, well, it's been a couple of weeks really, but
I was happy that I was making good starts and I could make a start. You know, I was probably a little bit too confident. Didn't pick Thomas Golub to be pushing me so hard, but you know, everything went too smoothly in the heats. Probably should have changed gear, and but I left the bike and, you know, still finished.
Looking at the pictures there, Ryan, track actually looks almost like it's wet, but I believe it was very hot there.
It was very hot, you know, they did a great job of the track. They put plenty of water on at the start of the night, and it kept moist all evening. And
place you've ridden a lot, or first time down there?
Only once before, and that was probably 45 years ago or something, and you know, it was sort of all new to me again, really.
So,
we were talking before you went out after the Millennium Stadium, and you said once you got the confidence of that win in Britain, then your confidence was high. Did you feel like going into this?
Yeah, I did. I was. I'm not a huge confidence rider anyway, but I was really determined going into this one, and you know, I knew that it was a battle sort of between me and Tony. Whoever finished out on top was going to finish leading the points at this stage, and I knew I had to beat them.
Right, you're in the thick of it here. Were there any problems throughout the race?
Well, I mean, take a look.
Thomas Gollop.
Yeah, one big one, Thomas Gollop.
I could hear him everywhere, but I was looking over the wrong shoulder every time, and you know, I sort of couldn't see him. I looked inside, just there, you know, I could hear him, but couldn't see him, and but I knew he was there. I knew someone was there.
Do you think, like you said, that you had such a smooth run through to the A final? Do you think that actually was detrimental to you?
Probably for the final, but you know, as I say, I probably should have changed the bike a little bit for the final, but you know, hey, I won. Doesn't matter whether it's an inch or a straight length, so I've got the points in the bag.
As close as a mile, as they say.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was a great ride, and to do 2 on the bounce, obviously the confidence that you took into the meeting helped you.
Yeah, it was. I knew the pressure was on, and I knew...
What were your thoughts then? Do you actually think I got it? Because it was a photo finish.
Yeah, I actually thought I was probably a little bit further in front than that, but I guess looking at the replay there, I wasn't much further.
Closer than you thought?
Yeah, I just thank goodness for instant replays nowadays, and thank the referee for taking a look at it.
All right. What about this weekend? We've got Stockholm coming up. That's one of the tracks where they have to lay a track during the week. You would have ridden there last year in the Grand Prix. Do you have a different mental attitude towards this meeting, or do you go in there, you've won 2 on the bounce, you're going to make it 3 on the bounce?
Same again, you know, I'm just going there with the determination I went to Slovenia with, the confidence, and I've got a basic plan of what bikes I'm going to use, and you know, hopefully that's going to turn out.
Will it help you that you ride in Sweden regularly? You're used to the environment, you'll have people around to help you?
Yeah, but it's a one-off track. I mean, I've got all the same crew around me are going there. I've got a nice little team set up now. I feel like I can go into the Grand Prix with. Everything's stable, and I'm happy with my equipment and happy with my my mental focus and everything, and it all seems to be working well.
Right.
Listen, a few men have tried, no one's ever done it. 3 in a row. Do you feel as though you can do it? Will you do it for us?
Why not?
That's what we wanted to hear. Thanks very much, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Jeremy Doncaster on the inside in yellow. It's gate 2, Peter Protasevich, who flew last time out to that victory after his disappointment first time out. Jarek Campbell, a shade disappointing so far tonight with 3 points from 3 rides. He got by 35 points to 25. 12 all at one stage. Away we go now, and the line of press as they go into the bend there. Coming wide, taking them all wide is Jeremy Doncaster, but stealing a march up the outside there is Oliver Allen. A brilliant ride by the youngster there in second place in red, Peter Protasevich. But really, this is the toughest race yet. They're very, very close, and the battle is on.
Yeah, we've had a big track grade here in the interval. They've dragged all the dirt round, they've loosened it all up, they've made the track all again pretty equal, and a great ride here from Oliver Allen to be leading this one. He rides in basically the Premier League, which is second division, but to move up here to the Elite League and to be winning like this, great stuff for him.
Well, he's now dropped back to second place because his teammate and partner Peter Protasevich takes the lead, but Ollie Allen is still going wide, and this is going to really make it Peterborough's meeting for the taking, because another 5-1 for them will be their 3rd successive heat advantage in this now, with just over half a lap to go. In blue, Oliver Allen. In red, Peter Protasevich. Back in 3rd in green is Jarek Campbell. Tailed off at the rear is Jeremy Doncaster. But a 5-1 margin here. The Peterborough fans happy, and the victory goes to the man in blue, Oliver Allen. In second place in red there, his teammate and partner Peter Protasevich, and Jarek Campbell gets the consolation point in 3rd place in green. But now I'm afraid to say Ipswich's chances have surely gone with that one, because it's 40 points to 26 now in favour of the home side.
Yeah, I've been up and down at Peterborough this year. I've had good rides, I've had bad rides, and I've done the same tonight. I'm struggling to be consistent here, to be honest, at the moment.
But it is a step up. What's the big difference for you? And I mean, both of you guys riding in the Premier League, and we've talked about it here on the air, but what do you find different?
Just the gating and first corners and things, really. They are fast, but like Kevin will tell you, there isn't that much difference, is there, speed-wise?
No, the actual speed-wise probably is very similar, but in your earlier races you seem to be, I don't know, you seem to, like your first race you made quite a good start, and then Chris Slamon was actually able to get by. You just seem to be struggling with the wet conditions.
I never settled the race, to be honest. I never felt in control, and I'm the kind of rider, if I'm not feeling confident on the bike, I struggle, to be honest. I need to feel like I'm in control, you know, and I didn't feel in control, and I'm sure everyone could see that.
But it was a hard race, hard-fought race all the way through, but there you came off gate 4 and the track's obviously dried out a bit, and to be honest you look much more comfortable out front.
Yeah, I felt really good. I've got a big meeting coming up next week, and I needed to get some good rides under my belt to feel confident about it, you know, and I needed that race.
Okay, well that was a nice way to prepare yourself for it.
Thanks a lot, Kel.
All right, well, let's get back to the action. As you can see, they are on the line.
Abbott in yellow will go from the inside. Hans Clausen goes for Peterborough there, it seems, in gate 2. I'm looking at this now. Hans Clausen going from gate 2. Gate 3, Craig Boyce, disappointing night for him. Magnus Zetterstrom from the outside. Marshall Peter Thompson strides away, and away they go. The tapes lift, the riders lift, and away out front in red there is Hans Clausen. In second place in yellow, that's Chris Slamon riding well tonight. Round the outside in green goes Craig Boyce, who needs points here. Back in third place now is Magnus Zetterstrom, but the leader is Hans Clausen. He stamped his mark on this. Anybody's battle for second place, but at the moment 5-1 to Peterborough.
Yeah, Magnus Zetterstrom there just pulled into second place there ahead of Craig Boyce. He's had a bit of a mediocre night up until now, but now he's on the pace. But out in front there, great riding from Hans Clausen there on that mid-track line, going like a steam train.
Yes, Hans Clausen, the 30-year-old, out front, going really wide and going in towards that fence, but stretching it out here at the back. Well, it's only going to be the consolation point for those two from Ipswich, and this is going to be a third successive 5-1 if it stays like this for Peterborough. Out front, Hans Clausen in red. Second place in blue, Magnus Zetterstrom, his best haul of the night for the Swede. But down at the back, well, who is it between Craig Boyce and Chris Slamon? A desperately disappointing night for Craig Boyce, but a fine ride there for Hans Clausen in red to take second place in blue. His teammate and partner Magnus Zetterstrom, the third place in the end going to Craig Boyce in the green helmet colours. But certainly now Peterborough have extended that lead. They are absolutely certain of victory with that 5.
Change the jets and various other things. Talk us through all that.
Yeah, it has been a busy night today, and I actually bought an engine from Sweden today because the engine I've been using around here needed a service, so I didn't actually know how it's going to work, and everything have just been a big cock-up for me today, so really busy.
Every time he wasn't in the heat, I was going up to him saying, what are you doing, what are you doing? And there was so much work going on there.
Yeah, that's right. I have all sorts of problems today. We haven't got time to tell all the stories that are happening on that bike today, so we're just going to leave it there for now.
And the track conditions, what's that like? Is it really settled down now?
I mean, it's good. The first heat, if you didn't make a start, you'd be filled in and so, but they've done a good job, and I mean, they have had a lot of rain up here today, so I think they should have 5 stars today for doing a good job.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Back to the commentary team, Peter Collins.
For Peterborough, Jarek Hampel it is that goes for Ipswich, gate 2 in green. Gate 3, Peter Protasiewicz, who races, of course, in stock over the weekend. Yes, there's 2 more to go. Peter Thompson marches away again with a purpose. Jim Lawrence's finger on the button, up by the tapes, and another flyer for Ron Sullivan, who then go wide round that pit's bend, pick up more grip, this time pursued by Jarek Hampel. Round the outside in blue, trying to get second place is Protasiewicz, who does there, and steals a march over Joe Screen, who's right at the back. But another brilliant ride from Ron Sullivan. Fast, furious, and outclassing the field in each of the races here he's raced in tonight. And Ron Sullivan perhaps some Grand Prix form, and this looks like a 4th successive 5-1, and the bonus point getting desperately near for Peterborough.
Yeah, I think Ryan here is enjoying his speedway perhaps more than he's ever done in his career. He's out there in front, just enjoying himself, not troubled, and it is so great to be in that position because, you know, everything is just so good and happening for him at the moment. He can't put a wheel wrong.
Ron Sullivan into the final lap with a lead of some 50, 60 metres now down that back straight. And Ron Sullivan has plenty of time to look back. No need to take any risks. And Ron Sullivan is going to gain his 4th checkered flag of the night. In second place, the time to look back is Peter Protasiewicz. When he does, he looks back only as far as Jarek Hampel in green. And that's a 4th successive 5-1, a 5th successive heat advantage. And they now lead by 50 points to 28. Out for his 7th ride of the night here, but the lineup, Doncaster on the inside. Ollie Allen goes in blue in gate 2. Gate 3 is Chris Slabon. In yellow on the outside is Sam Taysar. Taysar going quietly tonight, but playing his part certainly in the performance.
Points total tonight.
Away they fly. Good start by Jeremy Doncaster on the inside, but he goes wide now, tries to hold off the challenger Sam Taysar. Taysar comes back down the outside, but Oliver Allen was the man in second place, and now it's Peterborough for some team riding. But if it stays like this, it's another 5-1. Trying to get through on the inside was Chris Slabon, but again Peterborough 1 and 2. Sam Taysar out front, now moving into second place, but having to surrender it to the lively Ollie Allen on the outside, and that will be another 5-1 if it stays like this, with a little bit to go and plenty of action yet.
Yeah, totally contrasting lines here from Oliver Allen and Chris Slabon here. They're both fighting for that second place. Oliver Allen's riding very, very wide, but Slabon almost ran into the side of him there. Slabon seems to be riding the inside, then moved out wide and almost came to grief there.
Well, now he's got used to the track. Oliver Allen is looking in some contention here, and a young rider of considerable promise, I'm sure. We saw him racing for Swindon just a fortnight ago, but here tonight, well, he's shown he can match almost the best at this level. And when the checkered flag now is greeting Sam Taysar in red, Oliver Allen gets the second place in blue. The consolation point in yellow goes to Chris Slabon, and that's 5-1s in a row now for the home team Peterborough, who now lead by 55 points to 29. They only need a finale. Joe Screen on the inside in green for Ipswich. Gate 2 for Peterborough. The unbeaten Ron Sullivan, 4 wins, 4 rides. Jarrett Campbell goes for Ipswich. Gate 3 in yellow on the outside. Sam Taysar is having quite a light 2 for Peterborough in blue. If Ron Sullivan wins this, well, there's no way can the bonus point go. Will it be 3 in a row for Ron Sullivan? This is heat 15 here tonight. Away they go. Ron Sullivan's beaten to the punch, but he'll go wide and pick up grip if it's his usual format. And then, well, the race could be over. There he goes. Ron Sullivan up the outside in green, keeping him at bay is Joe Screen. Screen has moved on to his line. Sullivan could lock up here. Screen is going wide. Screen is in front, but the 3 orders in stands at the moment. But there goes Sullivan through the inside, and now Screen has to come back. Ron Sullivan will be win number 5 from 5 races tonight, and this will be enough to pick up 3 points, including the bonus for Peterborough.
Well, Screeny threw some dirt over him then, and Screeny's not giving up, to be honest. Screeny's riding that high, wide line, and the way he's going, he's just got some room here, Tony. I think he's going to go through, but he's trying to force a gap on Ryan.
A lap and a quarter to go. Joe Screen is giving Ron Sullivan a battle here, but Sullivan goes into that final lap in front, and Sullivan now is going to complete a 15-point maximum with half a lap to go. There'll be no ride-off for the bonus point. Peterborough have done enough. They've taken the bonus point. They've taken the points for tonight, and Ron Sullivan is the man of the night. No doubt about that. Joe Screen gets second place in green. Sam Taysar third in blue. Disappointment at the back for Jarek Hampel in yellow. Another heat advantage, this time only 4-2 for the home team Peterborough, but they win it by 59 points to 31 to take the bonus point. They put together